Hello, and welcome to our last segment of Benchwarmers for the year, covering the Fort Francis Junior Sabres, who, finished up the season Tuesday against Thunder Bay Bearcats in Thunder Bay. Mitch, what happened in the series?
Well, I think they were the underdogs going into it, and I think they played with a lot of heart and battled hard. Every game was close, and a couple of them could have went the other way, but didn't, and that's pretty much the story of the series. Game 4 ended on a controversial note for the Sabres with that overtime winner by Kyle Trant, and it was downhill from there. I think Game 5, they were probably a little tentative because their backs were against the wall and any little mistake, and I guess they felt it would cost them, and that's how it ended. Another close game, 3-1 with the empty netter, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, I mean, there's no questioning the heart and determination. We saw in a couple of interviews, Brendan Baumgartner talking about the desire they had to win, and they just couldn't come through. Bearcats, obviously talented team. Looking at the season, losing the first 4 or 5 games of the season, second round of the playoffs, playing close with the Bearcats. Successful season, unsuccessful season, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think they made strides from a year ago, which was the inaugural season for the team, and they were ousted in the first round. This time they had an easy first-round opponent, but went right to the second round and played against a tough team. But over the season, they battled a lot of adversity, obviously injuries and a few players quitting mid-season. Of course, Carson Dubchuk getting picked up by the OHL, and he was on their top line at one point. And then, of course, losing out on Miller, and then subsequently Brian White. And they battled hard. They had a good core in this room who worked together and overcame a lot of odds just to get where they did. So I would say a successful season overall. Didn't quite get to where they wanted to go, but good nonetheless, I would figure.
Now, looking to next season, I think they have quite a few players returning. What does it look like for next year?
Yeah, actually, they're only going to be losing Colin Moberly and captain Chris Sinclair, which is a big loss. But 18 other players are eligible to return, and I'm getting the gist of it. Obviously, it's very early, and things can change in the summer, but a lot of them will be back, and if they are, this team could definitely challenge for a league championship, and because the core is there, and if they can build on it and keep that core together, and they could make some waves next season.
Now, Bearcats moving on to the SIJHL finals, and the other series, Scriber and Fort William North Stars. If we just go back to a little prediction I made a week ago before the series, made a bit of prediction. But Scriber is a team I'm looking at as surprising some people. I think they'll do fine against the Ice Dogs. And I think they might give Fort William a little bit of a run for their money. I wouldn't be surprised to see them in the final round of the SIJHL playoffs.
The Sabres have had their number. Obviously, 9-1 against them this year, and even Dryden beat Scriber on Saturday and going into this series. So if that's a sign of things to come, your prediction could be dead wrong. I can't see them getting by the North Stars, though. The North Stars are a really deep team and have proven that all year long.
Now, I was pretty clear that I thought Scriber, I didn't say exactly where they're going to win. We'll make that clear, but they're pretty close to taking the series. Pretty close. It's Thursday right now. You might be seeing this Friday or Saturday. They play Friday night in Thunder Bay. Game 7. They're taking it to 7. You know, I don't know if I should ask you how Scriber is pulling this off, because I was the one that predicted it. But I'm really just looking for an apology.
Well, you're not going to get some from here. I think part of the reason is the goaltending issue for the North Stars. Patrick Sullivan has kind of lost the starter's job, and it's up to Jay Pelche now, who's stepped in. And I think they'll take it in Game 7. But I'll give you credit. Scriber matched up well with the North Stars, and they never really did much against the Sabres. Only one win over 10 games. But they're surprising some people, and if they make the final, then their opponent, which would be the Bearcats, would have an automatic bye to the Dudley Hewitt Cup. So I think there's extra incentive for a Diesel's win for the Bearcats, because they'll be able to breathe easy. Otherwise, it's going to be North Stars and Bearcats going tooth and nail on that final series, and that would be an interesting one to watch for sure. Oh,
definitely. Blood battles. That's all I can say. If you read the Thunder Bay Chronicle, that's all they talk about when those two teams match up. But season's over for the Sabres. Still a little bit of SIJHL action going on. Mitch, any last words?
You're really putting me on the spot here, but I'm hoping for a good series in Dudley Hewitt Cup. I think this league is a little underrated, the SIJHL overall, and I think whoever represents it could make some noise there at the provincial championship and possibly the Royal Bank Cup if it goes that far. So stay tuned.